Sethaimkwei. I am an entrepreneur with Alliance in Motion Global, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this broadcast, which is live on Facebook. Today, I am speaking about decisiveness, keys to success. In other words, I will be doing a series of presentations on keys to success. Today, the key I want to talk about is decisiveness. One of the important characteristics of successful people is the fact that they are decisive. If you lack the ability to be decisive, you will lack the ability to be successful. Decisiveness and success go hand in hand. Successful people are decisive people. To be decisive is to take decisions quickly and effectively. A lot of the time we hear people say that in order to take very good decision, you need to take time, you need to relax, you need to spend a lot of time studying the facts in order for you to be able to come out with a good decision. But that is not decisiveness. To be decisive, you are quick yet effective. You take very, very good decisions, but you are quick in your decision making. And so you need to balance the two and make sure that you do not hide behind making a bad decision to delay. Because if you take a good and effective decision, but you delay and you don't take it quickly, you are not decisive, even though the decision is good. And if you are quick in your decision making, but you don't make an effective decision, you are still not decisive. So to be decisive, you must be quick but effective, and let the decision be a good one. Effective people make decisions and they take action. Being decisive is important for the growth and success of your business. The faster you make decisions, the faster you get growth and success in your business. When a decision must be made, there are a few things that you need to know. Number one, know why you need to take a decision. Are you taking the decision because you want to get somewhere you are not? Do you want to achieve something you don't have? Do you want to become something you are not? Or is there a problem you want to solve? You must know why you must take the decision. That is very, 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 very important. Because if you don't know what you want to achieve, you are likely not to take a decision, or you might not take a good decision. So know where you want to go, know what you want to achieve, know what you want to become, know the problem that you want to solve. That is the first key to you taking decisive decisions or becoming a decisive person. The second thing is that you gather information, you gather facts, gather information about the situation, gather information about what you want to achieve or do or get to, or what you want to solve. That is going to help you to take decision, because good decisions are dependent on good facts and good information. So after you know why you must take the decision, gather all the relevant information, all the surrounding information to be able to make a good decision. The third thing is that you must not wait till things are clearer. Sometimes people want to wait till everything is clear. They want to wait till they have gathered all information that they can gather. But you don't need to gather all information, but you need to gather enough information. Because if you attempt to gather all the information, you will never finish, because you might get new information every day. So gather relevant information. You don't need to gather all information. Now you analyze the situation, analyze the facts, That is the next thing. You analyze the facts you have gathered and analyze the situation you find yourself in. Then you must consider alternatives. The reason why you must take a decision is that there are alternatives. If you have only one option, then you will not need to make a decision. You just follow that option. But the fact that you need to make a decision means that you have several alternatives and you must make one decision out of the alternative. So consider all the alternatives. Know the pros, the cons, and analyze information concerning all the alternatives. That will help you to choose the best alternative out of the group. And then decide on the best course of action. After doing all these things, gathering information, analyzing information, knowing why you must take the decision, you now take the best decision. So these are some of the things you can do or steps you can take to help you take good decisions so that you can be said to be a decisive leader. But there are also some things you must know about being decisive. And the first one is that decisions may not be perfect. We are not living in a perfect world, and we are not perfect human beings. We are imperfect. We have mistakes. We have challenges. We have difficulties. We have shortcomings. And so because of that, your decision might not be a perfect one. But don't let the fact that your decision is likely not to be perfect stop you from being decisive. The next thing is what I have already mentioned. Don't wait till things are clearer or obvious before you make decision, because you might never get such clear and obvious situations to make decisions. Don't also be put back from taking decision because of the risk of failure or taking a bad decision. As I have already said, we are not perfect. Your decision might not be perfect. You can make a bad decision, but don't let it stop you from making a decision. That is because if a decision appears to be wrong, you can always adjust the decision. You can always change the decision. You can always amend the decision as you are implementing. And so take the decision. It might not be perfect. There will be mistakes. There will be difficulties. There will be challenges. But take the decision. Start implementing. And as you implement it, you will correct the decision as you go on, so that the outcome of the decision can still be a good outcome. It is better to make a wrong decision and correcting it than not taking a decision or not taking action at all. Sometimes people keep getting information, they keep doing more research, or they even pretend to be busy about the decision making, yet they don't take a decision. And sometimes it is a strategy to avoid being decisive. And so please, don't pretend to be taking decision and say that in order to take a good decision, you need to gather more information, you need to do more research. That is most of the time an excuse not to take decisions. Before I end this presentation, let me give you some keys that will help you to become decisive. The first key is that you must be brave. You must be brave and courageous to take decisions. You need courage very much to take good decisions. That is because sometimes your decision will meet opposition. It may meet resistance. Your decision may bring unpleasant consequences on yourself or on others. And therefore, you must be strong, you must be courageous in order to be able to take good decisions. So always try and be courageous when you have to take decisions. The second thing is that you must see ahead. You must be visionary. You should be able to see tomorrow today. You should be able to see next week today. You should be able to see next month or next year today. That is why the richest people in the world now became the richest people. People like Mr. Bill Gates, people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Steve Jobs, they saw opportunities tomorrow. They saw opportunities coming in the future. They saw problems and challenges coming in the future. So they took decisions and took action to prepare for it. So by the time the challenge or problem came, they already have developed the solution. That is why they are the richest people in the world. That is why we have Microsoft, we have Facebook, we have Apple, we have Twitter and others, because people saw tomorrow and saw the opportunities of tomorrow, and so they took decisions today to take advantage of it. So to be a decisive leader, you must develop the art of seeing into the future and identifying opportunities that come in the future. The third thing is that you must consider the consequences of not taking action. Sometimes the consequences of not taking action is failure, poverty, and even death. And therefore, anytime you have to take a decision, consider also, as part of the things you need to do, what will be the consequences of not taking the decision. It will help you to become a decisive leader. The fourth key is that move quickly when all relevant information has come. I said earlier in the presentation, we are not perfect, and so you might not get all the perfect information you need to make the decision. There are a lot of information that you can possibly gather if you want to make a decision. You don't need to wait till you have gathered all the available information, but you must ensure that you know how to gather enough or relevant information to help you make a decision. And when you have gathered enough of the relevant information, move quickly to make a decision. The fifth key is that seek good advice. It is said that you are the average of the 5 people you associate with. And so we can say that the quality of your decision is also the average of the 5 people you took advice from in the process of making the decision. You need a mentor. You need a guide. You need somebody who can hold your hand and point you into the future and show you where you can go, where you cannot go, what you should do, what you should not do. You need mentors. You need to talk to people. You need to seek advice. You need to seek counsel when you want to make a decision, because there is nothing new under the sun. The problem you are facing, somebody might have faced it before. The challenges you have, somebody might have experienced those challenges before. The position you want to get to, somebody might have gotten there before. Look for such people, talk to them, learn from their experience, learn from the things they did in order to be able to get where they are. And if you implement it in your decisions, it might help you get there faster and quicker. It will help you to avoid mistakes, because you would have learned that other people did it, it was a mistake. If you also do it, it is likely to be a mistake, so you avoid them. Always seek advice, good advice, of course, in your decision making. And finally, number 6, implement the decision you have taken. Taking a decision and not implementing it is the same as not taking a decision at all. When you take a decision, when you realize that this is the course of action I need to take, move quickly into action. Implement your decisions. If you don't implement your decision, you waste your time, you waste the time of the people who advise you, you waste your resources, waste your time and energy in order to take the decision. So the final thing I will discuss with you or tell you today is that once you make a decision, move quickly and implement that decision. There are a lot of people who have heard about the opportunity of Alliance in Motion Global. They've heard about how it has the potential to change their lives. They've heard about how it has helped and changed the lives of many other people. I have shared in my Facebook page in the past a woman in Togo who was a street hawker. She carried things on the head and walked on the street selling them. Then somebody introduced her to Alliance in Motion Global, when she heard about it, she realized it was a good thing, and she said that I am coming on board. Give me time to gather my money. And she gathered money, sold some of her belongings, because she realized that this is a good opportunity. She needed to do anything and everything to take advantage of. She was decisive. She took the decision. Today, she's one of the richest people in Togo because she joined Alliance in Motion. But she was a poor woman walking on the street, struggling through the sun to make ends meet. But when she joined Alliance, she took that decision. She is now one of the richest people in her country. I can tell you a lot of people in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Ethiopia, in Uganda, in Kenya, all over the world, who were virtually poor on their knees, but they took the decision to join Alliance. And they implemented that decision. Many people have heard about Alliance. They've realized it is good. They want to join, but they fall short of taking the critical decision and implementing the decision by jumping on board, getting on board, joining Alliance, and changing not only their lives, but the lives of their children and their generations yet to come. So I want to encourage you. One of the things you can do to prove your decisiveness, one of the things you can do to prove your decisiveness in this life is, after you have decided that Alliance is a good thing for you to join, you immediately and quickly take the steps to decide, and you immediately join. It is said that when you are presented with an opportunity, you don't need to wait till you understand it perfectly. But when you have enough information to realize that it is a good opportunity, even if you don't understand it, join. Then after you join, you learn to improve. You learn how you can do well in the business. You don't need to wait to get all information. Be convinced beyond all reasonable doubt. Because we are legal, we are credible, we are members of a lot of internationally recognized associations. We won several awards. We have 2 Guinness World Records, meaning we have achieved 2 things in Alliance no other person or company anywhere in the world has achieved. 2 Guinness World Records. We are credible. And so, you may not understand us very well. You may not understand the opportunity, but we are legal, credible. We are changing the lives of people, and we can change your life. To take the decision, jump on board, join us, and let's succeed together. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Mr. Akin Malaolu, for watching. Thank you, Nana Kwesi Dazi II, for also watching. I'm very grateful. And thank you, Mr. Ernest Amwaku, for watching. And any other person who is watching me, thank you for watching me. I'm always honored that people spend their time to listen to me. Thank you very much for watching. You are welcome to the wonderful world of Alliance in Motion Global, where we turn ordinary people into extraordinary millionaires. Happy business day.